Hey, what's good everybody? It's your boy Krypts here. We're back with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be making two separate videos talking about the build you want to go with Xiao. So, as expected, Xiao will be coming out around February the 3rd, unless there's going to be some pushbacks, but February the 3rd seems like the day that Xiao's banner will be released. So it's just about under a week or so. So I just want to make a video how you guys can prepare for Xiao, his weapon, his artifacts and all that. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about his artifacts, and then I'll be making a separate video talking about his weapon build. So today, it's going to be all about artifacts, which artifact you want to run, and which one you want to use for Xiao, and what you prefer. So let's get right into it. There are a few options when it comes to Xiao's artifacts. There's a few different paths, you know, what people prefer and what they want. Obviously, early game, if you're not AR rank, I think 40 or 35, I don't know when you start getting 4-star artifacts, I kind of forgot. You can run the Berserker set for now, for early game. Berserker set is probably the best, or you could run a Martial Artist set as well. Those two sets work perfectly fine early game if you cannot get the 5-star artifacts, or technically the 4-star artifacts of the better versions. So for now, those two artifacts are what you want to run. So let's get into the big boy set. So obviously end game, mid game, whatever you want to call it, which sets you want to run. There are different sets that you could run. A lot of people are telling me that retracing bolide is kind of good on Xiao. So the retracing bolide is very interesting. So there's the 2-piece set, increases shield strength by 35%, which is pretty good because you're going to be losing HP and you might take a lot of damage. So having a shield around Xiao, you know, you kind of protect yourself from that. So the 4-piece set is pretty cool too. While protected by a shield, you get an additional 40% normal and charge attack damage. So with Xiao's normal and charge attack, you will be doing that a few times, and then you use his ease every now and then. But really, the most important part is his plunge attack. So normal and charge attacks they don't really consider the plunge attack. Plunge attack is a separate damage boost multiplier, so that's something that you gotta remember. So the retracing bowline is not too bad because, like I said, you're not really going to use his elemental burst. You're going to be using his normal and charge attack a lot. And then the plunge attack is a whole different story, which we will talk about later on in the video. Another set people are recommending is the Bloodstained Chivalry. So the Bloodstained Chivalry is probably because of the 2-piece set. You get physical damage bonus 25%, which is not too bad. And then after defeating an opponent, increases charge attack damage by 50%. And reduces stamina cost to 0 for 10 seconds. So that 4-piece set part is not too bad because you do use charge attacks with Xiao, and that 4-piece set isn't the worst. Definitely a route that a lot of people can take when it comes to making an artifact build. Also keep in mind that the only problem I would say about this 2-piece set is it only works for his normal attacks, because Xiao's charge attack actually does enamel damage. So it is kind of a weird one. The physical damage is good for the normal attacks, but like I said, you're not really going to use that normal attack a lot. I feel like I would probably use the charge attack more than the normal attack. So obviously the 4-piece aspect of it, you know, the stamina costing 0 for 10 seconds. The thing about this set is that it's kind of useless with the ult in my opinion. So all in all, this set is alright, but definitely not the best. Now let's talk about the best set. The two best sets you can run with Xiao. There's two options, maybe 3. So they're right beside each other. So the Gladiator, once again, you know, we've been talking about the Gladiator a lot, and obviously the Verdicent Veneer, one of the best sets in the game, if not the best set in the game. Now, if you're questioning if you should run a 4-piece Verdicent Veneer, I don't recommend it, but it does actually work out. So obviously the 2-piece set, the enamel damage bonus 15%, you know, that's good for his charge attack, and that's good for his plunge attacks. So the enamel damage bonus 15%, you know, that's good for his charge attack, his plunge attack, very useful. Probably the best part of the set when it comes to the 2-piece. The 4-piece set is kind of interesting. Increases swirl damage by 60%. Decreases the opponent's elemental res to the elemental infuse in the swirl by 40% for 10 seconds. Now people are questioning if Xiao does swirl damage. Yes, he actually does do swirl damage during his ultimate. It's not like crazy like Sucrose or Venti, but it's there. Swirl damage is there. And you know, obviously it's increased by 60%. The 4-piece set, the Verdicent Veneer, is kind of interesting. You could run it for the increased swirl damage, I guess. But in my opinion, the best set you want to run is 2-piece Verdicent Veneer and a 2-piece set Gladiators. Now, this is probably the best set to run. Also, you could run a 4-piece Gladiator. Obviously, if the wielder of this artifact set uses a sword Claymore or Polearm, which Xiao uses a Polearm, increases their normal attack damage by 35%. So it's not too bad, but like I said, I'm not going to be using Xiao's normal attacks too much. My goal with Xiao is get his ultimate as quickly as possible and then just go ham. You know what I mean? Get support, get the healing out, get the damage booster up, you know, bend it up, Chi-Chi's healing, and then just go ham with Xiao's ultimate. That's my goal when it comes to using Xiao, and that's what I recommend a lot of people, you know, go for. But obviously it's a PvE game, you want to play your characters how you want to play it. That's why I'm giving you a lot of artifacts options and see which one you like to prefer and which one you want. So like I said, the best set by far when it comes to Xiao is a 2-piece set Verdicent Veneer and the 2-piece set Gladiators. Now, I've already started preparing Xiao's artifact. It's on my sucrose at the moment right now. So I am, of course, running the 2-piece Verdicent Veneer and the 2-piece Gladiators. I'm getting it ready so that as soon as Xiao's drops, I really want to make a video ASAP about Xiao. So I'm going to get Xiao level 90 as fast as possible, his weapon up as fast as possible. The goal for me is the Primordial Jade. I will talk about weapons obviously in a separate video, but I'm trying to get talents leveled up, right? And then obviously the most important part is probably saving a lot of Mora, right? So that's why I'm trying to do artifacts now so I don't have to worry about later, because obviously I'm going to be spending a lot of my Mora on talents and ascensions and weapon ascensions and all that sort. The reason why I'm at the artifacts, I wanted to show you my substats and what you want to go for. So obviously the Gladiator is going to be just like the Wanderer's Troop, very difficult to get good substats. Obviously, my Gladiator's Flower, absolutely incredible. A little bit upset I didn't get more crit damage. I would have liked a 20% crit damage. I think I did max it out. Yes, I did. So I really would like more crit damage on that, and then attack percentage a little bit lower, but it's not the worst. 13.4% attack, plus a 2.7 crit rate, and plus a 14.8 crit damage, which is not the worst, but I really did wish I could got, you know, more crit damage on the Flower, because this was literally a perfect set. It literally has all the best sets. So obviously this is what you want to prioritize. So crit damage, crit rate, obviously prioritize first, attack percentage, and then obviously base attack. Now a lot of people are saying if you want to have HP substat's not the worst, because obviously having a substat like this is pretty difficult, very rare. So if you have HP, that's fine too, but obviously you don't want it to be enhancing your HP multiple times. Obviously you want to prioritize crit rate, crit damage. And if you don't have attack, you know, because it's okay if you have crit rate, crit damage on both and then have HP. The thing about HP is because when you use Xiao's ultimate, he does lose HP over time. So having nice little HP substats definitely will help him out, not die too quickly. So my feather is basically the same thing as my Flower. Very lucky, got crit rate, crit damage, and obviously a attack percentage. Sands, you want to go for attack percentage main stat. Obviously I got crit rate, crit damage again. A little bit unfortunate about the Elemental Mastery and HP. Really wish that HP would have been a percent, and I really got unlucky with this enhancement because it enhanced my HP a few times. So a little bit unlucky with that. Goblets, you really want to go for a Nemo damage bonus, because during the ultimate you're going to be doing multiple Nemo damage bonus, and the multiplier is insane. And how it works, you really want to make sure you get a Nemo damage bonus for your Goblet. Obviously substats are going to be a little bit difficult, but if you can find 2-piece Gladiator of any of the other 4 other than Goblets, and then obviously Verdicent Veneer just to fill in the last 2, and then obviously you can run any set you want for your Goblet so that you can get that Nemo damage bonus, which definitely will be very helpful when you're using Xiao. And last but not least, Circlet. I do recommend the crit damage, because when you send Xiao, he actually ascends crit rate, so his crit rate goes up, and obviously it really does depend on your weapons. For me, I'm gonna go for the Primordial Jade weapon, so his crit rate will be increased. So for me, the Circlet, I went for crit damage because I'm gonna have a decently high crit rate. So hopefully in today's video, this video helped you guys out, you know, how you want to build your Xiao, you know, what an ideal Xiao build you want to go for. Obviously, there are a few options. There's definitely no one option when it comes to Xiao. There's definitely a few options you can run, but obviously, my opinion, the best set is definitely his 2-piece Verdicent Veneer and a 2-piece Gladiators. Of course, like I said, I will be making a separate video on the weapons. I'm a little bit struggling on making of that video because it's a little bit difficult to explain for me, so bear in mind that, you know, I'll get that video out as soon as possible, but just kind of bear with me, right? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Appreciate the support so far. I'm so excited for 1.3 in Xiao's release. Can't wait for all the content I will release. For sure, when 1.3 comes out, I'm gonna try to get as many content videos as fast as possible for y'all. So really would appreciate if y'all sub to the channel, like this video, comment down below if you have any questions with any artifact builds. But other than that, hit that bell notification, notifies you when I put up a video. That's gonna be it for me. Peace.